computer. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good day. Welcome to this meeting again.
Good evening.
Good evening. And
good evening.
Good evening. Welcome, everyone. So there is only good news. But the good news, it doesn't have any reality. It doesn't serve any purpose. Whether it's good news or bad news, just has no reality. All what is happening has no reality. Whether it is real or unreal, it simply has no reality. Sharing this message or not sharing this message, it makes no difference, because both just has no reality. No reality means there is just no meaning in it, no purpose. It doesn't serve anything. Any emotions, any thoughts, any feelings, they just don't have any reality. It's not about rejection. It's not about denying, denying of feelings, of emotions. To say there is no reality is not rejection. The apparent rejection of feelings or acceptance of feelings or emotions can just happen. But there is no reality in it. To take things seriously, to think all what is happening is real, even to take it seriously, has no reality. It means no one is doing that. Rejecting things happens or accepting things happens, but it is happening to no one. There's just no reality. Real things is real or unreal, just has no reality. For the individuals, what is happening is only real. What is real. It's real happening and happening to me. What happens in our life, in a story of life, it's all real, all reality for the individual. Even this, an individual sees everything being real. Even this has no reality, which means no one is doing this happening, taking things seriously, taking things as reality. It just happens without anyone doing it, without a center. To say all there is real and unreal, or to say nothing is real, no unreal, is the same. Just no reality, and which is nothing has reality, which is paradoxically the natural reality, which is unconditional wholeness. There's just no reality at all. That is the introduction. And then after this, just please feel free to raise your hand or to unmute yourself. We can have dialogues. Everyone is welcome.
Mei,
Yes.
hi.
Hi, hello.
I really do love the way you talk about that, and just using, I know words are meaningless, but just using no reality or not reality is the same as illusion, but I like when you say not no reality.
No reality, yes, means there's no substantial center, no substantial reality, which is real, something really concrete. There's a concrete center, there's a concrete reality, because reality is where this person is standing. So for an individual, it is terrible to hear there is no reality. Because that is the very ground upon which it stands. It stands.
So when you talk about the natural reality,
Yes,
is what we call wholeness, or when you refer to that which is not reality.
natural reality is everything. It is this talk we are having now. It is sitting in this room, having thoughts, resonating with this message, or absolutely getting confused. It is everything what is happening. That is a natural reality. It is what is. It is what is. It's also rejecting this message, resonating with it, getting frustrated. It's just everything. Anything. It can be anything.
So
but
nothing
has a reality. Also meaning nothing has any meaning. And that is freedom. There's no reality.
so everything and nothing is the same.
Everything, yes, everything is no thing.
Yeah.
Everything, which is unknowable.
So saying like the unknowing is everything.
I would say the unknown.
Okay.
That which couldn't be known. Because it's not because it is too difficult, too profound, like a mystery as an object. And it is difficult to be reached, to grasp it. It is not like, it is just all there is, and there's no separation from what is. So that's why it is unknowable. That is the unknown. Because there is no separation from what is.
So the unknown is the everything. And
yes, Yes, you can say.
Everything is no thing.
Yes, it's no thing. It is nothing has reality.
Yeah,
Mm.
nothing has reality.
You know, to say it's real, it is real, has no reality. Or to say it is unreal, has no reality either.
So there's no difference between real and unreal, and these are just
It's real and unreal. They are not two different things. Not
yes.
two different, you know, phenomena. This is real, and opposite to it is unreal. No, they are not separate.
That's why with the individual,
They're not separate.
there with individual, there's always opposites. So yeah, that's the the individual's conditioning, you know, having these thoughts of opposites. But
Yes, this apparent arising of the sense of individual has no reality at all. That's why it is impossible to get rid of this sense of separation. Absolutely impossible.
and it is also impossible to see the unknowable.
Of course not, because there is no separation from the unknown. No separation.
Yes, there's only what's happening.
There's only what's happening without reality. That is unknowable. That is just nothing is knowable. That is freedom. Couldn't be known, be experienced, be recognized.
Okay, so whatever arises in immediacy is a no reality, is the unknown.
It's the unknown. Yes, it's the unknown. Yes.
And we could
it arises as flower, as grave, as everything, anything, as heartbreaking, you know.
But as no reality ever.
No. As fall in love, as romantic love, as anything, as breaking up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have another.
Laughing, this laughing has no reality, has no meaning. Crying.
Crying, laughing, anything. So what we call this is the unknowable.
Yes. Yes.
And we, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And always it is this.
Oh God.
Whatever happens, whatever arises is it.
I like the way you speak about it because you know it's like you're pointing to the emptiness, and you're not talking so much about the dreamt reality, you know, the illusion.
The yes, that apparent appearing of illusion, which experientially feels so real, has also no reality.
Yeah. That's why it's so amazing. This is really amazing.
Yeah.
Feeling childlike, you know, 5 or 6 years old.
No value, no value of this, no reality. Wow. You know, can't accept what is being said has also no reality. No one is doing that, not accepting or accepting. No one is doing that. It just seemingly
it happens for no one.
No, for no one. For no one.
Oh May, I really do love, like you say, you call that no reality. Well, the unknowable, you call it no reality. You know, I really do like, you know, no reality, or because it's like I prefer no reality. I know these are only words, you know, it's a story, but instead of saying nothing, you know, it's like
another way of saying it can be, yes.
yeah, and you know, it's a story, but you know, the impact of no reality, there's, oh my God, there's, you know, there's more than nothing.
The beauty is there is no reality. The freedom, that is the ultimate freedom. No reality. Oh my God. It's already the death of the me. Already.
So that's why nothing is important and nothing doesn't matters, and you know, nothing serious even, you know, because
you know, there can be in the story there can be things which are apparently important, and taking things seriously. Like if I see my patients, I take them seriously. And that happens. There's no reality in it.
So when you say undeniable, it's undeniable, and
I mean, it's when it is said, you know, all the emotions, thoughts, and feelings there are no reality within. It doesn't mean emotions being rejected or being denied.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, because in everything, all is included. All is included. It's unconditional.
Yeah,
Unconditional love. So everything
it is unconditionally everything,
is,
which can be rejecting emotions, rejecting certain feelings, you know.
anything that happens.
And yes, it can be like that. Even rejecting of feelings has no reality. Not believing what is being said, trusting or not trusting, it just has no reality. There is no meaning, there is no purpose of anything which is happening. However, trying to figure out meaning of life, trying to figure out in all different ways, even that has no reality. Of course, it's nothing wrong. There's just no reality.
And if there's no reality, there's no one to have a reality.
No.
Oh, this is so simple.
It's too simple. It's totally, yes, it's beyond thinking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mei, can you
Yes.
explain a little bit more how you can take your patients seriously and yet it's meaningless? Because, for example, would it be the same if you suddenly started pulling your patient's leg the whole time?
That is unlikely. I mean, why it's firstly, you said, can I explain how it happens that I took my patient seriously? Pardon? John, where are you?
Oh, I'm here, listening.
Oh, yeah. What did you ask the first? The first part?
No, because you said now that Ollie,
yeah, I took my patient.
as an example of something that arises, that when you have your patients,
Yes.
I'm going to insert the word apparently now, apparently take them seriously. Well, you take them seriously, and the patients feel that they are being taken seriously.
Yes, yes. And that's just
yet,
happened. You know, that is being a professional. Then I'm doing my work professionally, and without without this kind of reminding of, oh, I must be, I should take people seriously. I should take my work seriously. It happens by itself. And I'm working hard trying to figure out the diagnosis of the patients, and all those things just going on by themselves. What was the second part now?
Right. So it's because in a way, I mean, I realize that Okay, so within the potential,
Mhm.
everything is there. There's you behaving seriously and
Mhm.
you behaving comically. It's hard to imagine, but I mean, with your patients, all the possibilities are there. But the fact is that at one particular moment, it
Yes.
does appear that you are in the serious modality and not the comic modality.
Uh, but that just happens by itself. You know, like if my sons call me mom, then I respond as a as a as a mother should be. I hope. Yes, it happens with patients. It's my profession, and then I'm behaving in a certain way without, you know, there's kind of a separate awareness of, oh, now I should be serious. You know, it happens by itself. Whereas if I'm chatting with friends, I might be different.
Right. So when you use the expression before, natural reality,
Yes.
would you just say that in the context of your work,
Yes.
seriousness
Yes.
tends to arise?
Yes. And that is also natural reality.
Mm-hmm.
Taking
Well,
serious. Yes.
I mean, within a therapeutic context,
Yes.
seriousness seems more natural than pulling the leg of your patients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I do also with patients. Depends.
Oh, no, I realize that comedy can be therapy.
It depends. I can have fun with patients, you know. It just depends. The atmosphere, the dynamic, you know, how how two people engage with each other.
So in a way, it's not that at a particular moment, a particular mode of behavior arises. It's really just that there is no one causing that to arise. It just arises of itself.
Yes.
But at a particular moment, it can appear to be one thing and not another. It can appear to be seriousness
Yes,
and
yes.
not comedy, or the other way around. If
Yes.
it's a moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And in all of this, there is no center doing, you know, control all of this. There is no reality of whether being seriously in my work or, you know, just having fun or making jokes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With some patients, I do have a lot of, they make a lot of jokes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what arises apparently around them also has its modality, and so
Yes.
the
Yeah.
response from the apparent Mei also
correspond. Yes.
responds to what they are.
Yes, and interestingly, with different people, I think if there is a camera recording me the whole day with different people, I think it will be clearly to see with each of them. It's like there is a different Mei.
Yeah.
And that switches by itself somehow effortlessly.
Yeah, in the same way that the Mei who's answering John's incredibly complicated question is not as who's answering Ollie's joyous laughter.
There's also some, some characteristic traits coming through.
Right.
So they always, have this characteristic parts.
Yeah.
And it seems this part is getting more. It's coming more forward without much filtering. That's all the own color, kind of, the characteristic colors.
would they correspond to what is often referred to as the personality? That's to say, whatever it is that arises
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
of your
Yes, like
genetics
you
and
have your own color.
social.
Yes, yes, it has to do. Yeah, apparently, yes.
Thanks.
I don't know if I have answered. Yes, for a person, it sounds hard. It is really difficult to hear that nothing has reality. Because for the person, it feels like all what it does being rejected. Its own reality being rejected feels like that. Even that has no reality. Even that, nobody is doing that, feeling being rejected. So in that sense, this wholeness, this freedom really has no boundary. Limitless.
I find that there's such a delight in when there's a problem to be solved, in problem solving.
Oh,
and
yes.
It's like, oh, or,
Yes.
when I have to make something or a recipe or build something, or for you, diagnosis. There's something exciting about that.
Yes. Yes.
And it's, and seems like there's better attention for it now.
Yes.
Than, when there's less me in the way.
Yeah, there is
like that. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but
yeah, this sense of joy of difficult, especially if there's some challenges, it has been, it has been resolved, and then there is such a joy, and that it happens apparently as well. Also, that has no reality. There is joy, but there is no reality in the joy. It doesn't deny the joy. There is joy, of course, but there is no rejection of that joy.
And there's no fear of failing. Yeah.
Yes, getting frustrated. There is also no reality of it, or getting joyful. It's just not one is better than the other.
Right.
One is more wholeness than the other.
I guess his character prefers delight over.
Yeah, even
sadness. But
yeah. Mm. Even this person, of course, person would prefer to have nice experience, rather than bad or negative experiences. Even that preference has no reality.
Right.
In another word, there is no reality means it is just empty. It's empty of reality. Substantial center, substantial reality, which is real, real. Nothing has reality. Oh my God. Religions, thoughts, different schools of thoughts, whatever, emotions, feelings, stories. And that is the beauty. Nothing has reality. Wow. Oh my God. Even the beauty has no reality. That is a very beauty. What the person is longing for is some ultimate reality, which it can experience. And this longing has no reality at all. Already.
And yet there's still sensations and
Oh, yes.
and some kind of impact.
This impact has no reality.
I know. I stopped right there. I'm like, there's something where there's
Yes.
sensations going through this character that cause a sensation that is enjoyable or maybe not enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean judge, but I just,
Yeah. Even judging can happen, but there's no reality.
doesn't matter.
May Nancy has her hand up. I don't know whether you've seen that.
Oh, please go ahead. Sorry, I didn't see it. Yes.
May, I just want to say I love hearing you and seeing you, and what you say just resonates in a very deeply, but there's also this mind that wants to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
wants to,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. This trying to figure out has no reality.
Yeah.
No one is doing that.
And there's just nothing to do with that, nothing to do, nothing that I can do.
Of course not.
Nothing that anyone can do.
Nothing you can do about it because you are not there in the first place.
So happy to hear that. This character just carries so much baggage.
Oh yes, this character has no reality. Also, this character here, it has no reality. There isn't a real character here. There's no reality. But yet, this laughing, this the certain way seems to be, but there's no reality about it.
And yet the mind still spins and wants to rationalize it, kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah, it wants to rationalize it.
Yeah, yes. And that is amazing. I mean, that is really amazing. It just happens also by itself.
That is amazing.
Actually, any thought is a wonder. Any thought.
Yes. Where do they come from? Thank you, Mei. Thank you so much.
Nancy. No reality also means no meaning, no value.
That is awesome.
Yes. Awesome. Yet no value. That is. You know, for the individual, so in the sense of success or sense of failure, I have made it, I have success in my life, or I have failed, you know, all of them just has no reality. Freedom has no reality.
May, I find that you know, with those two words, no reality, instead of saying just like illusion or dream, or you know, I find that it's so dark. I mean, I know this is words, but it seems to be like more direct, you know. You're just left with nothing, with emptiness, with totally nothing.
Yeah. Also no reality. No value.
No what?
Yeah, it could no value. No value.
Oh, no value. Yeah.
No value. No more value. Whatever happens, whatever is, has no reality. Oh my God.
Oh.
Take it or leave it, just has no reality. No one is doing it. Take it or leave it. No one is able to do it. It might apparently happen. So in that sense, everything is already equal. Already, effortlessly. Naturally equal. Any position, higher or lower, just cannot stand. I mean, they just lose their meaning automatically. Because there is no reality in it. That's a beauty, unbreakable beauty.
Mei,
Yes.
this is
Believe
Eligio.
you. Yeah, yeah.
How you doing?
I,
So what about being irritated?
Pardon?
Being irritated
Being irritated.
or
Yes,
angry
wonderful. Being irritated.
Like let's say somebody gets irritated by me asking a question. Who
Oh,
cares,
that's
right?
wonderful. I mean,
Who's
feeling
there to care, right?
irritated or feeling joyful. No one is doing that, yet this just arises. Being irritated or being frustrated or being angry, being sad, being heartbroken. It's just amazing.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think that's enough for me. Thank you.
Being wonderfully, miraculously irritated. Irritation has no problem with itself. It just arises without knowing itself, without experiencing itself.
So May, you have beautiful pink glasses, so we should all wear beautiful pink glasses.
Thank you. I like it too. I remember something, you know, in the story, when there was this miserable seeker, every time, you know, if I saw people laughing, I would think, oh gosh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means there's there's more presence. There was more presence. Making some checkpoints. But laughing is as whole as crying. It's just the wholeness. It's just the wholeness, crying or laughing. One doesn't have any more values than the other.
May, I was just going to say, on the basis of what you've just said,
Yes.
about when you would be in a meeting and you saw people laughing and you thought, that's good. I mean, you're in danger of encouraging people to think that one thing and not another is a sign of.
I mean, when I was there, yeah, I remember myself like that when I was a miserable seeker. You know, the seeker always made a lot of checkpoints, reference points. So that means if there's more laughing, that means something.
Yeah, and what you said before is, I mean, the fact is that nothing means anything.
Exactly. That's why I said just now. Laughing is as whole as crying, as getting frustrated.
Okay, I understand that, you know, that maybe in the context of the reverence that you should feel when enlightenment is coming,
exactly.
then laughter feels inappropriate in some way.
Yeah,
but of course, I mean, laughter is a natural reaction
Yeah.
When you are struck by the sheer absurdity of
Mm.
all the mental constructions that we do,
Mm.
well, that we are. So I mean, I understand that there is that laughter is one of the many natural reactions, but it also presumably depends on the character. I mean, there are some people who
Yeah.
don't laugh
Exactly.
quite as much as others.
Yeah. But yes, there's just nothing has more value. Nothing is more whole than the other. Wholeness is whatever is appearing, exactly as it is. Exactly as it is. That's why it is unconditional. Unconditional. Getting stuck in the mind, getting stuck in the head is wholeness. Getting out of mind is wholeness. It just is everything. It can appear as anything. It is boundlessly free. It appears also even as a sense of imprisonment.
It looks like when people are making jokes about themselves that they are less serious.
Yes, there's seemingly this seriousness seems to drop away. Yes, this sense of seriousness, the center. Yes, seemingly. But there isn't anyone who can be consciously doing it.
Just what is happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that center gives a sense of seriousness and heaviness. Yeah. But that center has absolutely no reality.
No. Also empty.
And taking things seriously also has no reality. It just happens.
Yeah, it's meaningless. Yeah, very clear.
So we have come to the time. So all what is seemingly happening is just this unconditional wholeness, unconditional freedom, which has no reality, whether it is real or unreal. Just no reality, no meaning. It doesn't serve any purpose. It's just what is. No one can get into it. No one can get out of it because there is never anyone, never a center. There's only this unbreakable wholeness appearing as whatever is. Thanks, everyone. I stop recording now.
Thank you, Mei.